is 49ers coast to coast. And I'm West Coast, Grant. You are East Coast, Jason. And so you know a lot more about the Cowboys than me, than us on the West Coast. That's an NFC East team. Can you tell us about how they sort of dominate their division, but not the rest of the league?
I mean, 6-0 against the division, 6-5 against other opponents. And they played many like opponents as the 49ers. In those
Like
6
the opposite
wins,
of the Niners.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the argument that we've been getting on our streams the entire time. It's like, well, did you notice that the NFC West is actually a really good division?
Yeah.
Your division is not really good.
Yeah.
So, beating up on the Joe Judge-led New York Giants. Yeah, cool. Beating up on the Washington football team that was much more concerned with being physical with each other on the sideline than being more physical with, they had their players punching each other in the face on the sideline. And the Philadelphia Eagles, the 49ers beat them in one of their worst showings on offense. But other like opponents that they've had, they beat the Vikings with Cooper Rush. That just means the Vikings aren't good. They beat the Falcons. Ooh, got it. They lost to the Bucks.
Yeah.
I forget some of the other teams, but the
Cowboys?
Yeah.
They lost to the Broncos by 14. They lost to the Raiders.
The Broncos whipped them. Yeah, and the Raiders are a playoff team, and exactly. So and they lost at home to the Broncos by a sizable portion. So,
14. Like 30 to 16.
Right. So you can beat up on the NFC East all you want.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to really take that, lightly. I mean, their division is not physical. Joe Judge just yells and doesn't say anything. That's why he's not there anymore. And the Eagles are a mess. They're in the playoffs because there's a 7th spot and somebody had to get it. And Washington football team, they just fell apart pretty quickly. They were not the team that people thought. So I'm not really
hurt immediately. Yeah.
But I think the bigger conversation, aside from this season with the Dallas Cowboys, goes to Dak Prescott's record against the NFC East and against everybody else.
Thank you.
Because that's what really matters. His record is literally like 700 ball against NFC East and 500 against everyone else in the entire NFL. It is that close, and you can look that up. So again,
are you saying he's overrated?
No, I'm just saying they take advantage of their easy wins, right? Imagine getting gifted 6 wins a year, and this is the first year that you've actually been able to take advantage of that.
It's true
because they weren't 6-0. I mean, obviously Dak got hurt last year, but this year and the years that Dak are healthy, they beat up on the Giants, they beat up on the Eagles, and they beat up on Washington. But outside of that, Dak Prescott, forget the Dallas team. Dak Prescott's long tenure has him beating up on his own division and then losing games against playoff teams and bigger teams and out of division teams. So I think that their team is a microcosm of what Dak has been his entire career in terms of all of those things. And you can make all the excuses you want about, well, they never had a defense. Well, he would have to throw them back in the game. So those are all true. But the numbers, you are who you are when it comes to your record, because a lot of Cowboys fans are pointing to, well, we played the Bucks at 3 points. Well, we played this team at 3 points. Yeah, the 49ers almost beat the Packers. The 49ers almost beat the Titans. It doesn't matter. You are what your record is. You lost the game. You lost the game. It doesn't matter how much you lost it by. So barely losing doesn't mean that you're a good team. You lost. So like that's the thing that kind of gets lost in the shuffle.
Absolutely. AZ Gaiman says, happy birthday, Grant. What is the latest on our safeties and Azeez Al-Shaair? Azeez was a limited participant in practice on Wednesday, so I'm thinking he's probably going to play. Also, Hufanga as well, and Tart. So it seems like there's a possibility that they'll all be there.
Everybody's going to be back. This is the healthiest that the 49ers are going to be. And Trent Williams was back today.
There you go. So, good news.